Okay, boys and girls, we're going to read our story and we're going to talk about it in preparation for our class. Are we ready? Yes, everyone? So let me get to my story so I have it clear. Oh, I really don't need that. So this is called This Is Your Life Cycle. And so let's talk about the genre of our story. This week, it is very special, right, Thomas? Because it is not one genre, but how many genres is our story this week, Juliana?
2.
And what are the 2 genres? Name one of the genres, honey, just one of the genres. Elisa, what's one of the genres?
Train.
What is it? Say it again. I didn't hear you. You can look in your book. Tells us they're in bold.
Fantasy.
Fantasy is one of them. Thank you. You gave me one of them. So fantasy, and what is the other one, Olive?
Nonfiction.
Yes.
Narrative nonfiction.
Narrative nonfiction. So narrative nonfiction and fantasy. And narrative nonfiction gives factual information. Fantasy is an unrealistic fiction story. So this story really can happen in real life, but it gives factual information. So it is narrative nonfiction. Everybody say narrative nonfiction.
Narrative nonfiction.
Say fantasy.
Fantasy.
So it is combines 2 genres for us this week. That was exciting. Okay, so let's start. I'm going to go page 1 first. Is everybody on the first page? Okay.
Good evening, larvae, nymphs, and insects. This is Bob Beadle, welcoming you to another episode of This Is Your Life Cycle, the show that follows the life cycle of everybody's favorite class of animals, the insects. Each week, we take our cameras to the hot spots of the bug world to follow insects as they begin their lives as eggs, hatch as nymphs or larvae, and molt into fully developed adults. Larvae, insects that have just hatched and haven't yet changed to their adult form, are called larvae. Molt. When insects or other animals molt, they lose their outer covering, such as skin or feathers.
So, Ethan, can you tell me what kind of creature or insect is Bob? What is Bob?
Beetle.
He's a beetle. Could somebody else tell me what is a larvae? What is a larvae? Avery?
Insects that have just hatched and haven't changed their adult form are called larvae.
Yes, very good. So they're insects that have hatched, but aren't adults yet. So what is an insect doing when it's molting? What's an insect doing when it's molting? Logan?
Shedding its outer covering.
Yes, it's shedding its outer covering. It's molting, shedding its outer covering.
Tonight, we're coming to you live from a swamp hidden by darkness under the branch of a weeping willow. It may look peaceful from here, but beneath the surface of the water, our special guest, Dahlia, has spent the past 2 years fighting for her life. That's right, folks. Dahlia has slipped through the jaws of hungry predators like frogs, fish, turtles, ducks. Gasp! Hooray! Breathe easy, my friends. Dahlia is one tough little nymph and has managed to escape death by living under the cover of rotting leaves, dead logs, and thick swamp grasses.
So now this page has got this illustration here. And what is this illustration, which is a text feature, telling us? What important information are we learning from this text, from this graphic feature? What are we learning from that graphic feature? Yanni?
That we have slipped through predators from the jaws of predators, hungry predators like crabs, fish, and turtle, and duck.
Yes, that she has escaped these predators. So what are the predators that she's escaped from? Let's read them all out loud together. What are these predators? Everybody, I'll point to them and you say them.
Frogs, fish, turtles, ducks.
Yes. Oh, look at them. I love the illustrations, don't you? Look how neat that duck was. Kind of makes me laugh. Okay, let's keep reading. Look at those predators.
Word from the pond says she's become quite a fierce little predator herself. Why, just last week, the Daily Buzz reported seeing Dahlia chomp away at an unsuspecting tadpole. Unsuspecting. If you are unsuspecting, you do not notice something that is happening or may happen. The Daily Buzz. Dahlia makes nab. Too bad for Tad. Give me a G. Give me an O. Give me a go, go, go. Go, Dahlia.
So, boys and girls, look at our graphic feature here, which is the newspaper. What is Dahlia eating? Rocco, what's Dahlia eating here?
I didn't raise my hand.
I know, but I'm asking you anyhow. What is she eating?
I don't know.
It says, too bad for Tad. What is Tad short for?
I don't know.
What is that? Cart?
He's chomping on an unsuspecting tadpole.
A tadpole. What is that, Rocco?
A tadpole.
A tadpole. So she's eating an unsuspecting tadpole. That's the end for the tadpole, right, Ethan? No more tadpole. Next page.
Ladies and gentlemen, I've just been told that Fly Guy is standing by with exciting news. Guy, what do you see? Bob, I'm doing a flyby of the water's surface now. I get the strong sense that something amazing is about to happen. Hold on. The water is beginning to ripple. I think Dahlia may be ready to emerge.
The ripple.
I'm going to try to land on a nearby twig for a closer look.
Okay. Do you see the ripples in the water? If you're coughing and sneezing, you need to use hand sanitizer.
Can you see anything, Guy? Bob, I see something. She's pulling herself out of the water with her strong front legs. We should see her head any moment now. Remember, audience, we need complete silence. We don't want to frighten Dahlia. Shh. Males and females, please welcome Dahlia the dragonfly. Who are you? Where am I? Did I reach the surface? Yes, you did, Dahlia. And today is your lucky day. You're the first dragonfly to emerge on every insect's favorite show. This is your life cycle. You're just in time to hear a message from our first mystery guest. Dahlia, do you remember this voice? I'm so glad you made it to the surface without being eaten by some nasty bass. I remember the day I deposited you and your brothers and sisters. You were all such sweet, tiny eggs. Mom, is that you? Deposited. If you deposited something in a place, you left it there.
Oh, can I go past that? I can pass the tape.
That's right, Dahlia. It's your mother. Audience, take a look at this photo of young Dahlia. Have you ever seen such a cute egg? Oh. I found a perfect patch of swamp grass with tall, tender shoots. It was such a beautiful spot. I whipped out my ovipositor and went to work poking tiny holes in the blades of grass. I knew that laying my eggs inside would help keep you safe from hungry fish. By the end of the day, I had laid over 800 eggs. I was so exhausted when I finished, I just sat down and died. Patch. A patch of land is a small area where one type of plant grows. The ovipositor sequence. Dahlia.
So then we have the sequence there, they give us like a diagram of what happens. So how many eggs are laid by a dragonfly? Thomas?
800.
800 eggs, very good, 800 eggs.
We all know how that goes, right, audience? It's the story of an insect's life. We hatch, we grow, we mate, we die. Dahlia, you stayed tucked inside that blade of swamp grass for several weeks. Then one day, your egg casing split, and you...
Chuckle, chuckle. What's a chuckle? Anastasia?
Laugh.
It's a type of laugh.
A white wiggling nymph slipped into the open water of the pond. Ooh.
So what stage was Dahlia in when she slipped into the pond? What stage was she in when she slipped into the pond? Kelsey? A nymph. So she was a nymph when she slipped into the pond. So there she is. She's there in the blade of grass, and she's going to slip into the pond.
And that's where our next mystery guest found you. When I saw you, Dahlia, you looked so tasty. I was young, taking my first dive out of the nest, and I was starving. You would have made a perfect snack. I know this one, Bob. I'll never forget Box Turtle, the most frightening beast I've ever met. He slid down from a lily pad and tried to eat me alive. Poor Dahlia. What did you do? The only thing I knew how to do, wiggle.
There we go.
You wiggled all right. You wiggled your rear end into the muck at the bottom of the pond. Before I had a chance to gobble you up, you disappeared under a pile of dead leaves. Box Turtle stinks. Hooray!
So,
I-6.
so who is the most frightening creature or beast that Dahlia ever met? Who is that? Teddy? Box turtle. He looks ferocious.
On the day you became a nymph, Dahlia, you also became a hungry predator, and you found a new way to travel. Your water jet system helped you zip through the water at rocket speed. Can you tell us how it worked? Ah, mosquitoes. Get 'em, gang. I'd love to, Bob. My water jet was the best thing about being a nymph. You see, while I lived underwater, I needed gills to breathe. My gills are a little different from the ones you see on fish. Mine are stuck inside my rear end. Lucky thing, too. When I learned to pump water with them, I shot through the water like a torpedo. I was one of the fastest creatures in the pond. No one could catch me. Gills, abdomen, thorax, head, antenna, dragonfly nymph. Shh. No one? Are you sure about that? Remember the day I beat you to that patch of mosquito larvae? Ha ha ha! I ate half the swarm before you caught up with me. Flash, is that you? Yes, Dahlia, that's right. It's your little brother Flash.
What did he
I'm so excited, I popped my exoskeleton. It appears that Dahlia is splitting before our eyes. Flash, do you mind staying with us while she crawls out of that cumbersome exoskeleton? Split, Dahlia. Go for broke. Not at all, Bob. I can't wait to see the size of her wings. Cumbersome. Something that is cumbersome is heavy and hard to carry or wear. Dahlia, are you okay? You look a bit pale and soft. I'll be fine, Bob. I just need some fresh air. Certainly, Dahlia. Take your time. I remember the day I molted into adulthood. My skin felt so tight. Then it began to split. I crawled out of my exoskeleton, feeling a bit soft and dizzy. But after a few hours in the sun, I felt just fine. Folks, while we wait for the blood to pump through Dahlia's wings, let's take a moment to hear from our WBUG network sponsor, Bird Be Gone. Are you tired of being pecked and poked by killer birds? Frankly, yes I am. Wish you could finish a meal without losing a body part? Oh, honey, how embarrassing. Waiter, check please. If so, try a new Bird Be Gone. Produced by King Crickets, this super stinky spray could save your life. Just a few squirts of Bird Be Gone across your abdomen, and birds literally hit the sky. Bird Be Gone. It's cheap. Cheap. Imagine stepping out of the cover of darkness and chomping your next leaf under the summer sun. Officer Grubb says, think stink, kids. Now I'm living. Get Bird Be Gone and get on with your life. Welcome back to This Is Your Life Cycle. Dahlia, how are you feeling? I feel like a new insect. Queens and grubs, take a look at those wings. Dahlia, is it true that your wings allow you to fly over 50 miles per hour? Yes, Fly Guy, it's true. I'm one of the fastest insects on Earth. And because I have 4 wings, I can fly forward, backward, and sideways. I can hover, dart, and flip through the air. Ooh. Ah.
So how fast can Dahlia fly? Ethan,
50 miles per hour.
that is really fast. That's how fast the car goes. 50 miles an hour. That's faster than they're supposed to travel down 41 at Park School. Can you imagine? That is very fast.
That's quite impressive, Dahlia. But why do you need such fancy flying skills? Well, Bob, I'm a hunter. I can catch and eat just about any type of insect I please.
Uh-oh, look at the look on Bob's face. He's looking kind of what? How does Bob look, Libby?
Scared.
He's looking scared. Anastasia?
Apprehensive.
Apprehensive. I like that word. Yes, Clark. He's looking worried.
I hate to say it, folks, but we're running out of time. It appears that Dahlia is about to flutter away to watch her brothers and sisters emerge. And when that happens, we're all in danger of becoming their first meal. Oh, gasp. I'm sorry to chase you off like this, but you know how dragonflies are. Dash, dive, and destroy. Once we emerge, the only thing we want to do is eat, eat, eat. I must say, some of your audience members look absolutely delicious. You heard her, everyone. It's time for us to buzz off. As the sun rises, a young dragonfly takes flight. Soon, New dragonfly nymphs will wiggle through dangerous waters, where they will grow and molt into fast-flying adults. Thank you all for joining us for this fabulous event. Goodbye, Dahlia. Until next time, this is Bob Beadle saying, when the last egg is laid and it's your turn to sit down and die, just remember, this is your life cycle.
So boys and girls, could somebody tell me, why did the audience leave so quickly? Why did they leave so quickly? Ivy?
Because they were gonna get eaten by the Dahlia.
Yeah, because they didn't want to get eaten by Dahlia. So starting with the egg, what is the life cycle of a dragonfly? What's the life cycle of the dragonfly? Who can tell me that? Thomas? Egg, nymph, and what?
Adult.
Egg, nymph, and adult. Very good. And as we learned in science, what kind of metamorphosis is that? Yes. Incomplete. Thank you, Kelsey. That's an incomplete metamorphosis. So it's egg. Everybody say it with me. Egg, nymph, adult. Very nice. Good job, boys and girls. Good job. I'm sure you're going to do great on your tests. Let's get ready. Put your books